how much value do you have for yourself? How much value do you have for yourself? Now, that was a real question when I came across it. What do you mean, how much value do I have for myself? Why does that matter? Like, what's the big deal? And it was a simple question. If you had a gradient from 1 to 10, where would your value for yourself be? Are you a 2 out of 10? Are you a 5 out of 10? Are you a 7 out of 10? What is it? What would your value for yourself be? Now, a couple of years ago, I had low self-esteem, wasn't very confident. I kind of let other people knock me around, was weak-minded. I had no value for myself, so I was insecure. So that question, when it came to me and I saw it, how much value do you have for yourself? And I'm like, what's the big deal? Why do I need to even address that question? Because the value you have for yourself is the value you have for other people, and is the perspective you see everyone else at. If you're a low self-esteem person, you might respect people so high that you bring your self-esteem down. Now, what do I mean by that? See, if you don't respect yourself, but the respect you have for other people is so high, by default, you've already brought your self-esteem and confidence down. Because you think other people deserve more respect than respect for yourself. How does that even make sense? If you don't respect yourself high enough than the people you're going to respect, then you're going to think they're better individuals than you are. Then you, by default, you think you're smaller, inferior than to them. That's why we have to go back to see how much value do we have for ourselves. Now, I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm not talking about ego. I'm not talking about, I've got so much value for myself, chest up, broad shoulders, and going up and just depowering people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about valuing yourself in areas that people, because at the end of the day, if you don't value yourself, you're not going to get value from other people. As I said before, number one investment is in yourself. Number two investment is in other people, because you can't invest in something that you do not have. So you can't value another individual if you don't value yourself, because you're insecure if you don't value yourself. You got no confidence if you don't value yourself, and that's gonna be seen by other people. What's the firmness of your handshake like when you go talk to someone? Do you look them in the eyes? Maybe not. Maybe that's not cultural appropriate, but how do you present yourself? A while back, way a couple of years ago, the way I used to shake my hand to an individual was it was weak. There was no eye connection, and this is in Australia. So one individual taught me how to shake hands, how to be firm, and essentially the reason why I was shaking so soft is because I didn't have any confidence in myself. So when I used to shake business people, they would crush my hand, and that kind of reflected what kind of individual I was. So I got taught how to have a firm handshake, and now people, when I go shake professionals, it's firm because I value myself and I respect myself, and that comes across. So nobody can run me over anymore because I value myself. My friends, how much value do you have for yourself? Because I think you have great value. I don't know you. Why? Because you're wanting to grow. If you're watching this, like I was watching a lot of videos prior. I'll give you an example. The reason why I didn't start my videos a while back is because I didn't value myself. I had low self-esteem. Like, who's going to watch my content? Why would I even need to do it? And it's not for who's going to watch my content, because I just need to get over it. And now my value for myself is greater than what it used to be. So I'm a lot more confident, and I can portray that when I talk to people. And it opens a lot more doors, because nobody wants to give a position for someone that's insecure about themselves. Because if a leader is insecure, how can you lead any individuals? If they got low self-esteem, they're not confident in their abilities, and they can't lead anyone. They can't lead them very well. So my friends, I'll close with this. How much value do you have for yourself? And if you have low value, question why. Then figure out a method to increase that value. And if you have low value because of the people you surround yourself with, remember, you are the product of the environment unless you change the environment you're in. So change your environment, because that's where your low value for yourself's coming through. But you have high amounts of value. I value you. All right, take care.